How you doing, beautiful people? I hope all is well. I just want to come talk to you for a second. My name is Derek Archibald, and today I'm so excited to be able to share with you. I am honored to be able to share with you the vision, the structure, and the heart behind my organization, King Chronicles. King Chronicles is going to be essentially a vehicle that helps people find their purpose in life. And an important thing about King Chronicles is it's going to be structured and faith-based principles. And the reason why is because I believe personally uh, that there is nothing greater in this earth than understanding how we were created for a purpose. We were created on purpose for a purpose, and we're not coincidental, right? And so we were created by God to do something great that only we can do. And so again, my name is Derek Archibald, and today I'm here to share the vision, that structure, and the heartbeat behind this organization, this great empire that is King Chronicles. So over the past 6 weeks in my organizational development class, I've had the opportunity to design not just a business model, but a movement. And this movement is rooted again in faith, leadership, empowerment, and personal transformation. And so I want to give you guys a little bit of a background on King Chronicles. King Chronicles is going to be a for-profit organization. We are here to generate some profit, but not necessarily because I am concerned about generating a profit, but I understand that it does take finances to run things, and I personally don't want to be dependent upon donations or things like that. I want to have the money to be able to help people. I want to have the money to be able to go in these organizations, in these spaces, and be able to make an impact and a change. So King Chronicles is a for-profit organization, and that headquarters is going to be in the Tennessee metropolitan area, right outside of Nashville, in a beautiful city that is known as Clarksville. And so the name carries deep meaning as well. It didn't just come out of nowhere. The word king represents strength, it represents leadership, it represents purpose, while Chronicles symbolizes the ongoing story of growth, transformation. We help people write in their own lives. That's what this organization stands for. So we stand at the intersection of personal development and faith-based empowerment, blending motivational speaking, leadership training, books, podcasts, digital content, and a platform that equips individuals to step boldly into their purpose. As I look around in the world and I look at the state of the world, one thing that I truly believe is the world is in the state that it's in because not enough people know the reason that they were created. Not enough people are working or operating in purpose. And because they're not operating in purpose, we're kind of just getting by. We're kind of living these mediocre lives. Our life is just but a vapor. We don't have an unlimited time to accomplish our purpose. We have a limited time to do something that's going to be impactful not only to us, but the generations that come from us. And so that's very important to me. That's near and dear to my heart that people understand that you were created on purpose for a purpose. So the mission statement of King Chronicles is King Chronicles exists to empower individuals to discover their purpose and become agents of change through biblical grounded principles, motivational speaking, and resources. Our mission is to inspire hope, dream, and take action towards becoming the best version of themselves. People becoming the best version of themselves while also fostering communities of integrity, resilience, and faith driven leadership. I think even if we look at some of the biggest companies that are in turmoil right now, to some of the smallest companies, like something like a Burger King, your local Burger King, local McDonald's, I think that we can kind of come to the correlation that a lot of these industries are lacking leadership, right? And I think that is something that's very significant when we have leaders who are faith driven. That's really important. I'm not talking about religion. I'm not talking about people who go to church. I'm talking about people who are doing the will of God daily. And that's not nothing that I'm trying to force on anybody else, but everybody has a purpose that they were created with to do something that only you can do. The thing that only you can do is going to impact the world phenomenally, and it's going to lead to freedom for people. It's going to lead to people being delivered. It's going to lead to more happiness. It's going to lead to ultimately we becoming the best versions of ourselves, right? Each one teach one, and each one help one, right? We're supposed to be here to help. We are interdependent people. We're not created to operate by ourselves. We're not created to really even grow by ourselves. And so we have to be indicative of those communities of integrity. And our vision is to see the world where individuals live with courage, purpose, and freedom, creating united communities of empowered people who lift one another and model servant leadership. King Chronicles aspires to become a global platform of influence through speaking, writing, podcasts, and digital media, inspiring generations to pursue excellence, embrace faith, and lead with unwavering strength and integrity. A couple of the core values of this great empire is going to be this great institution, King Chronicles, is first faith and purpose. We believe every person, as the theme, as this video has even been going on, every person has a God-given calling and the power to live with meaning. Right? Number two, integrity. We operate with honesty, discipline, and consistency in every interaction. If anybody knows me in real life, I tell you, I'm probably one of the most consistent people you'll ever meet because consistency is key. Let's look at number three, core value, empowerment. We equip individuals to step into leadership, take ownership of their growth, and inspire others. Number four, community. We foster unity, collaboration, and collective strength, believing we are stronger together. Remember, we were created to be interdependent. We're created to help one another to become the best version of ourselves, right? Everybody has a gift that is an addition to society. Everybody has a gift that can help somebody else. No matter what your gift is, it has the ability to help change somebody's life. Let's look at number five. Our number five value is going to be excellence. We pursue excellence in all we do, reflecting that professionalism, persistence, and creativity. Number six is resilience. We encourage persistence in the face of challenges, modeling faithfulness and an unshakable spirit. To have faith in something, right, is to pretty much bring something into existence that doesn't exist currently, or at least that everybody won't be able to see with their eyes, right? But a key element of that is persistence. You have to be persistent in life. Nothing can be accomplished without persistence. And then number seven, love and service. We're committed to helping and uplifting all people, serving others selflessly. That is an important aspect of King Chronicles, and we want to make sure that not only are we a part of these communities, but we're giving back to the community, right? That's another reason that King Chronicles seeks to generate revenue, is that we want to be able to be a huge part of giving back to communities, giving back to people, giving back to those who are around us. And that's an important thing. So organizational structure of King Chronicles is going to be a team based, right? Promoting empowerment, collaboration, and innovation. As the founder and CEO of King Chronicles, I serve as the visionary leader, and I'll have people supporting me, but it's really important that we have a team based structure. I really very much so believe in equipping people to be able to make decisions and to be critical thinkers, to be bought in on what it is that we're trying to do. And I know that those people are going to be placed inside the organization and the positions that I'm about to tell you in a little bit, but those positions are going to help us to be able to get our vision out to the world, because ultimately it's not necessarily going to be something for Derek. This is going to be something that provides a service to people who need it most. I think right now you look at society, and I think that now more than ever, people need hope. People need to understand that their life matter, that they're important. And so we're going to give this, our goal is to aim to give this to the communities, to give this to businesses, to local assemblies, to schools, whatever it is, you name it. We want to be inclusive in everything we do. And so in doing that, I will need a couple key roles. And that first role is going to be my COO, my Chief Operating Officer. This individual is going to oversee daily operations, and this will allow me to be able to focus on what needs to happen next. Focus on that vision. Focus on not being distracted with the day-to-day stuff so that I can be able to see the vision a little bit more clearly for King Chronicles from season to season. As our shifts and interests change, the world is steadily evolving, and we have to evolve as an institution, as an organization as well. And that's what I plan on doing. That way we don't ever become stale or doing the same thing that we did last year. I believe God always wants to do a new thing, and so I want to be a part of that, always doing a new thing season to season. My chief financial officer is going to ensure financial growth and accountability, a person of integrity. My market director is going to expand our brand and community presence, especially in things like social media. The director of content. Now, this is going to be all these positions are important first and foremost, but I'm going to be heavily involved in this area as well, overseeing the development of books, podcasts, and digital media. But I am going to have a director of content creation who I'm going to allow to flow and have some autonomy in that, especially if they have some ideas and have some people on board who's willing to do things that maybe I didn't think of. So I have my own ideas for some books, some podcasts, and digital media, which will be pushed out to the masses, but maybe it's something that I didn't think of, and this individual will be able to help me with that. My event coordinator, going to plan all the events and execute conferences, workshops, and speaking engagements. Community engagement specialist. Now, this is very near and dear to my heart. Builds partnership and fosters outreach. So this is another reason that King Chronicles, is going to be for-profit organization, because we do want to be able to give back heavily. It is better to give than to receive. And if I encourage you, if nothing else, you should always be giving, right? Give now while the increments are lower, because if you wait to give while the increments increase, the likelihood of you giving is lower. And it's so ironic. But we look as we grow to want to build and give the entire way. We want to be able to meet the needs. We want to be able to partner with our local political officers and local political figures who might be doing good things in the community. Partner with our local assemblies, our local churches, our local service organizations, and be able to meet whatever the needs of the community are, because that's an important part as well of preparing people for their purpose, because sometimes we just need help. And so this structure is designed to assure agility, inclusivity, and creative decision making at every level. And so a little bit about the leadership and philosophy and some of the Clifton strengths, my Clifton strengths that went into creating this beautiful and wonderful organization, this empire, is my leadership philosophy is rooted in servant leadership. I lead by lifting others. If anybody knows me, I lead by lifting others. I want you to be capable of making a decision. I want you to be capable of growing. I want you to be the best version that you can be, because that's going to help me ultimately, you helping yourself first and foremost. But it helps me if you can be the best version of yourself. And this goes back to that servant leader, or that servant leadership. Even now, when I get the opportunity, I always tell everybody the first customer always has to be those who are in direct proximity to you, right? So yeah, it's an organization. Yeah, we're going to generate a profit, but the first customer still can't be the actual customer. The first customer has to be the employees. And I really see it that way. And that's why I lead by lifting others, because if my employees aren't good, then I can guarantee you my customers ain't going to be good. But the better we can be as an organization, as a family, the better we can be better suited to meet the needs of the customer, especially in trying times when things ain't going right. When the market may be down, where, we might not be getting the calls, where nobody's buying the books, right? We got to make sure that we have the mental fortitude to carry on as an organization, that we can provide the proper supports to the community. And so my Clifton strength assessment illuminated how I live this very philosophy, right? So some of my strengths, top 3 of my strengths that I chose to include are going to be in ranger, belief, and positivity. And they impact how I connect and how I communicate with people. So as an arranger, I bring people and ideas together to create clarity, ensure alignment, and ensure collaboration always thrives. Collaboration is a very important thing to me. I do not believe in compliance. If you get somebody to do something reluctantly, you're going to get a reluctant outcome every single time. But if you can get somebody to be bought in and truly collaborate with you, then you're going to get a product that is really going to be worth impacting somebody's life, and it's going to be fruitful. So I believe that we must collaborate, and I'm not looking for compliance. I want collaboration. My belief, my strength as belief. My communication carries conviction, and it's always anchored in purpose and biblical values. Nothing is more important than us understanding the kingdom purpose for our life, understanding what it is that Jesus has given us, and then us walking into that so that we can discover the authority and take back authority over our own lives, because you have been given that. And so it's what a beautiful opportunity. We have to capitalize on that. I truly believe that. So positivity is the third strength that I chose to include, and I infuse energy, hope into every interaction, motivating people to see possibilities even in challenges. These strengths fuel how I guide teams, I inspire audiences, and I remain anchored in the mission of King Chronicles. So a couple of reflections and takeaways from through this organizational development class, which has been wonderful. I appreciate you, Dr. Rob, everything that you have taught me. I am very grateful for you. I've learned that building an organization requires more than structure, right? It demands culture, vision, and strategy. One of my most significant takeaways is the necessity of clarity. A clear mission, structure, and expectations breathe life into the dream. Another insight is the need for flexibility, reorganizing that as King Chronicle grows, the organization will evolve. We talked about that earlier. Change is inevitable. And so I, as a leader, must be willing to evolve and be able to discern what is happening in my life, in the life of this organization, this great assignment that I have been given from season to season. And so I understand that the role of planning operations, selecting leaders, and leveraging team strengths to ensure sustainability. I've learned some good ways to do this so far in this course. These lessons will guide me in transforming King Chronicles from a vision into a global movement of empowerment. And so, in closing, King Chronicles is more than an organization, it's a movement. It is about empowering people to live boldly, live courageously, and live selflessly, right? Finding their purpose, their assignment for their life. My hope is that King Chronicles will become a global force for good, equipping individuals, transforming communities, and building leaders who inspire change for generations to come. And I'm very appreciative to have this 20 minutes to talk to you about King Chronicles. I thank you for allowing me to share this journey with you. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be brilliant. I've learned so much being in this being in this master's course of leadership and organizational development, and I'm just very appreciative to all who support me, all those who reach out, all those who try to help me. That all those who believe in the vision, and even if you don't, that's okay. One day you're gonna see the fruits of it. So I thank you. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have a great day.